For the past week, the United States is claiming it's having peace talks. Iran's response? A complete denial that any talks are happening at all. While the bombing continues, the most significant battlefield might just be the one of information, where the aggressors demand peace and the truth is the first casualty.
This is Alpha Signal. Subscribe for the reality beyond the narrative. We are now more than a month into the Israeli-American-initiated war against Iran, a conflict that began with their assassination of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei on February 28th. And this brings us to the glaring hypocrisy at the heart of this conflict, the constant talk of international law. It's quite rich for America and its allies to champion a rules-based order when they are the ones that initiate war after war after war. Where are the nations that constantly decry the principle of might makes right? By any measure, the initial attack and the targeted assassination of Iran's leaders, an act President Trump has openly admitted to, is the very definition of that principle in action. It seems the system of international law only applies when it's convenient and not enforced against America. Let's start with the military situation, because the past month has been brutal. The Israeli and American strategy is painfully clear: an overwhelming air war designed to methodically dismantle Iran's military and industry. It's about breaking the country entirely. That is, 2 weeks from a nuclear weapon, for more than a few decades. Israeli and American strikes have been sweeping across Iran.
Of course, Iran isn't taking this lying down. Its response has been to unleash missile and drone attacks, turning parts of the region into a firing range.
Now, let's turn to the diplomatic front, where the theater of the absurd is in full swing. On March 25th, the Trump administration began claiming it was in productive conversations with Tehran, using Pakistan as an intermediary to present a 15-point proposal. The terms are Iran must completely dismantle its nuclear program, reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and cut off all support to its proxies. Now, regarding the nuclear program, Israel has been saying that Iran is 2 weeks away from a nuclear bomb for decades, and in 2025, Trump declared that he has obliterated the Iranian nuclear program. It's the case of Schrodinger's nuclear program, or more accurately, Strawman's nuclear program. While Washington demands peace on its terms, it continues to be the aggressor. President Trump has swung between threats of unleashing hell and boasts about talks that Iran says never happened, a move that seems designed to manipulate volatile oil prices. If I didn't know better that he's lying, you'd think that he's schizophrenic, negotiating and arguing with himself all along. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, there are reports that Saudi Arabia has been privately urging Washington to intensify the military campaign, seeing a historic opportunity to permanently cripple their primary regional rival. While Saudi officials have also publicly called for calm, its hawks would love to let the US do the dirty work. Let's ask the most cynical, but perhaps most honest question. Who really profits from this chaos? While nations bleed and civilians suffer, a select few are making a fortune. We're talking about prediction in commodities markets, where huge trades are placed just 15 minutes before some of Trump's speeches, each time netting a few $100 million in profit. While American troops, mostly from poor backgrounds, are targeted in the theater of war, other, more privileged Americans are putting in trading positions just 15 minutes before some of Trump's impactful speeches. Huge trades on prediction in commodities markets, perfectly timed, are netting a few $100 million in profit. While some make the ultimate sacrifice, others are making a killing. All the while, regulators remain silent on insider trading. It must be really nice to be in the inner circle.
don't hold your breath hoping for an investigation, much less convictions. After all, just like with Epstein's list, the suspicious people are never investigated and never convicted. No one is going to face any accountability. So what's the lesson here? Forget what you've been told about having a purpose or finding meaning in life. In this world order, our purpose has been decided for us. Whether we pay with our taxes, our purchasing power that's drained by inflation, or with our own blood, the outcome is the same: to enrich those that own the system. We are the cattle. The system does not need our belief, only our participation.
This is Alpha Signal. Subscribe for the reality beyond the narrative.